Good morning, YouTube. This is Mike, the Okie Entrepreneur, Friday morning here in Oklahoma. And I was reading an article about from the National Association of Realtors this morning about demographics on new home purchases and some really interesting stuff. They said by as of the end of June, the median for new home purchases of movement from their previous residence was 50 miles. So that meant the average median distance that a new home was purchased by a buyer was 50 miles from their previous residence. And of those, 48% were in rural or remote areas. Interesting. As you know, as everybody knows, with the exception of two larger areas, Tulsa and Oklahoma City, Oklahoma is a very rural state. So as a real estate investor, I've seen tracking the prices of rent houses in smaller towns around Tulsa, especially, as they are a little more affordable, but still close to what the comparable houses in Tulsa are. And I think that's just a sign of the times, the pandemic proved that people can work remotely. They don't have to be in an office. So, that's the young people coming up are tech savvy and they can be just as valuable at home in an office. But now if you have a rent house, is that something you focus on? Do you have like an office in your rent house? Have you started seeing applicants that are working from home and need stuff like maybe high-speed internet? So if you haven't already, give this video a like and subscribe to the channel, and let me hear your thoughts of, is that something you consider when putting out applications? The one bad thing is, I don't think commercial property for office use is ever going to recover from pre-pandemic. You can drive around a lot of areas and see a lot of for rent and commercial signs in some of these office buildings and stuff. So if it's not a professional service like dentistry or something like that, or maybe an accountant, but I think it was in New York City, a lot of these huge firms, they sent everybody home in the beginning of COVID and they're not back. And, as long as technology keeps getting better, people are using Skype and other ways to meet. And so, I think office space is going to struggle probably and never resume what it was before, kind of like office travel. So tell me what you think. I just thought that was real interesting that people are getting even farther away from the urban areas. And, when they do that the demand drives up the price in those remote areas. And that's kind of what I've been seeing over the last 2 years. But the deals are still out there. So you guys have a great weekend and go find your next deal.